In this video, we will be looking at performing the first part of the Pawanmuktasana series. It is a group of asana, posture, and movement which is concerned with releasing tension from the joints of the body. It is very useful for eliminating energy blockages in the joints of the physical body and for improving coordination and self-awareness. There are multiple ways that we can perform this practice. However, in today's lesson, we will be working on practicing by bringing awareness to the physical movement, but also working with bringing awareness to the breath. The purpose of synchronizing the movement to the breath helps in slowing down the brain waves, which further enhances the relaxation and awareness. So let's begin by coming into our base position. Sitting with your legs outstretched, spine upright, and palms by the side of the body. You can turn your palms to face the opposite direction, slightly leaning your weight backwards. Let's start by bringing our awareness to the toes, gently bending them forward and back, synchronizing the movement to the breath. As you point the toes towards you, inhale. As you point them away, exhale. Slowly and mindfully moving through both, being aware of the fact that you're simply working with the toe joints here, allowing the ankles to stay relaxed and free of any tension. Now shifting your awareness towards the ankle joints, gently bending them back and forward, synchronizing the inhalation and the exhalation to the movement. As you breathe in, the toes point towards the knees. As you breathe out, the toes point away from the knees, trying to touch the floor. Bring your awareness here to the stretch in the foot, the ankle, the calf, and the leg. Now rotating your feet in clockwise direction, pointing your toes away and towards the body. As the toes point towards you, take an in-breath, and as they point away from you, breathe out. Focusing on the rotation of the ankle and the breath. Now moving in the opposite direction, anti-clockwise. Continuing the synchrony in between the breath and the movement. Allowing yourself to feel the lengthening in the ankle joint. Getting comfortable with the idea of slowing down and really tuning into the body. Now bringing your awareness to the knees, we will begin by first bending at the right knee, holding the palms behind the thigh, or grabbing hold of the elbows to keep your back upright. Start by pointing the toe towards the mat and then away, bending at the knee and extending it. As you bring the foot up, breath in. As you bring the foot down, breath out, bringing your awareness to the point around the knee joint. Extending the right leg and then bending at the left leg. Grabbing hold of the palms, continuing the same movement on the opposite side. Synchronizing the movement to the breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Extending the left knee. And now, bending again at the right knee, we will be performing knee cranks. Creating circles with the foot, this movement allows for us to work the ligaments and the tissues that hold the knee joint. First, clockwise direction, synchronizing the breath to the movement. As you breathe in, raise the foot. As you breathe out, pointing it down towards the mat. Anti-clockwise after 5 to 10 counts. Allowing the body to stay relaxed. Extending the right leg and now bending at your left leg. Continue the same movement on the opposite side, beginning with clockwise direction, creating circles with the foot, and bringing the awareness to the joints and the ligaments surrounding the left knee joint. Opposite direction, anti-clockwise, synchronizing the breath to the movement at your own comfortable pace. Extending the left leg, bringing the feet slightly apart and shaking the legs to let go of any stress or tension. Now coming into your half butterfly pose. First, the left leg, bending at your knee and placing your foot near the right groin. Start by lifting and bringing the knee closer to the body as you inhale, and down towards the mat as you exhale. Continue to move in between these two postures, gently and smoothly. Focus on the movement of the knee, the ankle, and the hip joints, allowing the inner thigh muscles to relax. Extending your left leg and now bending at your right knee, placing the right foot near the left groin. Continue the same on the opposite side. These movements are great for loosening up and relaxing the knee joint and the hip joint, allowing you to sit in meditative poses for a longer period of time. Continue to move with the breath. Inhale as the knee comes up, exhale, drawing down. Extending and straightening the right leg, we will now begin the practice of hip rotations. Bending at your left knee and bringing the foot near the right groin just as you did in the half butterfly pose. Pointing your left index finger in front of you and creating circles as you start to rotate the hip in a clockwise direction. Synchronizing the breath to the movement here. Leg lifts up, inhale. As it comes down, exhale. Now, anti-clockwise. Being led by the palm and bringing your awareness to the rotation that's taking place at the hip joint. Extending the left leg, bending at your right leg, and continuing the same on the opposite side. Extending the right finger forward and creating circles. Using the left palm to hold the right foot, allowing the movement to find more stability and ground. Moving in the opposite direction, anti-clockwise. Allowing the rest of the body to relax. Extending the right leg in front of you, increasing the distance in between the feet, and gently shaking off the legs, letting go of any stress that you might be holding to. Bending at your knees and bringing the soles of your feet to touch, bringing the heels as close to the perineum as you can. Begin to move the knees up and down towards the mat, but without any added strain. Continue to breathe normally and naturally. Returning back to stillness, you can perform the second variation of this pose. Here, we'll bring the legs into a diamond shape, moving the heels away from the perineum. This is a passive pose where you allow your head to drop down, feeling the lengthening at the back of the body, all the way from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Continue to focus on your normal and natural breath, just as it is. Slowly begin to bring your spine into an upright position, bringing the feet apart and coming into the windshield viper pose, dropping your knees to one side and then the other, releasing the tension around the hips. Coming into a comfortable sitting position, cross-legged or kneeling, let's begin shoulder socket rotations by bringing your fingertips to the shoulders, allowing your elbows to touch and draw apart. You can synchronize the breath to the movement here as the shoulders touch and lift up, inhale. As they draw down, exhale. Continuing in the opposite direction. Looking for a range of motion rather than a stretch, allowing this movement to feel nourishing. You can try another variation of the same movement by using a strap, allowing you to work on a larger range of motion. Grabbing the strap on two ends, lifting the arms up, bringing them forward and back. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale as they draw down. Let's begin to work on the elbow joint by extending the arm forward and back, supporting your right arm with the left fingertips. Inhale as you extend forward, exhale as you curl in. Opposite side to the left arm, continuing the same movement. Inhale, extending forward, exhale, curling in. Bring your awareness to the movement of the elbow joint and the arm muscles, along with the breath. Coming to the same base position as elbow bending, we will now be practicing elbow rotations, first clockwise, inhaling and extending the arm forward, exhaling and bringing it in, drawing it towards the body. Allowing this motion to be seamless. Opposite direction, anti-clockwise. Bring your awareness to keeping the upper arm steady. Resting your right arm and continuing the same on the left arm. First clockwise motion, and anti-clockwise. Finding relaxation and softness in the movement. Extend your right arm in front of you for wrist rotations. You can support the arm with your left palm and begin to rotate the wrist in a clockwise direction. Be mindful of rotating the wrist joint only and keeping the rest of the arm, the elbow joint, and the shoulder steady. Opposite direction, moving anti-clockwise. Returning the right arm to stillness, extending the left arm in front of you, and beginning rotations in clockwise direction. Opposite side, moving anti-clockwise. Really tuning into the body and the movement, noticing the subtle sensations around the wrist joint. Releasing the left arm and now bringing your arms up for fist clenches. Both palms together. Pressing the fingers together, extending and lengthening. Inhale as you extend, exhale as you clench. We will now begin with 3 types of neck movements. The first one, bringing the head up and down. Breathing in as the head comes up, breathing out as it comes down. Neck forward, chin up, neck back and chin in. Bringing your awareness to the sensation of lengthening that takes place at the back of the neck and the front of the neck. Second neck movement, moving your neck from the right side to the left side and combining the breath and the movement. As you face forward, breathe in. As you turn to the side, breathe out. Turning your head only as far as comfortable. Feeling the release of the tension in the neck muscles and the loosening of the joints. And returning back to stillness. The third and the final neck movement, where you tilt your head side to side, bringing your ear close to the shoulder, onto the right side, and then the left side. As you continue this movement, bring your awareness to the lengthening that is taking place on the side of the neck. Inhale as you return back to center. Exhale as you tilt to the side. And slowly returning back to stillness. Namaste.